Hey guys, welcome back to the Critterverse. I had a dream last night, and I'm going to try to recreate what I saw in my dream, which is kind of a fish pondy, koi pondy kind of thing with little resin lily pads and whatnot. So this is going to be my first layer. This is just about an ounce of my Thyme 1:1 medium viscosity resin, and you guys are going to have to please, if you don't mind, give me a little grace. I am not feeling my best, so I'm just trying to kind of go through it because just having some interesting mental health days, and this helps. So what I'm going to add to my resin is just my little rocks, my little decorative pea gravel, if you will, that I got from the craft store. So I want to get some of that in, and this is going to be the bottom of our little pond. So just want to make sure that it is all good and covered up with resin. So I'm just going to add some pea gravel until I, find the look that I'm going for. And I might add some more once I get it in the bottom of the coaster. This is just my 4-inch coaster mold. So let's go ahead and get that down in there. Like I said, this is only an ounce. I just want a tiny thin layer down at the bottom. So I don't want anything too terribly thick because I don't want the coaster itself to be an inch thick once I'm done with all the layers. So let's put this in there. A couple of little rocks left down the bottom of the cup. Just want to get those out. Excuse my arm. All right, so now that that's in, just going to kind of move them around. Not necessarily an even layer, but just a thin layer of little rocks. And since it is so thin, I, of course, am not going to torch. Just going to spritz some my alcohol on there. Give it a bit of a tippy tap. And just sort of move those down. So that's step 1 of undetermined number of steps to go. So I will see you guys for next steps. See you soon. All right, so now that the bottom resin has had a chance to sort of firm up a little bit, not really firm up, but get a little thicker. I've got little bits of moss here. It's kind of hard to focus in on, but little bits of my moss, and I'm just gonna stick them down into my resin. And they may stand up, they may fall over, you never know. If they stand up, neat. If they don't, then I'm not real fussed about it. I think it would be cool if they stood up a little bit, just simply because it would give another 3D aspect to everything. So let's try to do that. But these probably at the bottom will fall over, and that's fine. I just want to get some moss in there. Just, depth. Dimension. Cooperate, please. Thank you. I have one more over here that I don't, my fingers aren't working very well today, so. All right, see you soon. Okay, so can you see how I got some of the moss to kind of stand up a little bit? I'm trying to get in here so it's proud significantly of the surface. So that means that that moss will go up through several layers of resin. So you can also see that I put some black iridescent glitter in there just to give the bottom layer a little bit of sparkle, you know. So anyway, just wanted you to see how that moss kind of turned out. See you soon. Alrighty, so for our next trick, what I have over here are some tiny little, just little plastic fish, little koi fish, and I have painted them a little bit gold. They come in this little iridescent color, all different multicolors and whatnot. I got these from Thyme a billion years ago, but the problem is they don't really show up in resin very well because they're quite clear. So I went over them with a little bit of my Let's Resin Gold Chrome marker, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a couple of them here on this bottom layer, and I'm trying to pick them up with my tweezers, and they are very tiny. So all right, well, you want to live there, go for it. I yes, you just go there. So very fiddly little guys, and then I'll put one right there, and so basically these little guys are going to live down in the bottom of the pond, and then we'll layer other fishies as we go, just to make it, you know, look like there's fish all throughout the pond. So that's pretty much that. We're going to wait for that layer to cure a little bit more before we pour our next one on top. And I am noticing that some of the moss that I put in is sticking up quite a bit, so I actually might end up trimming some of these little pieces that are up at the top off a little bit, but we'll see. All right, see you soon. All right, so it's time for our next little layer here. I have about another ounce of my resin, same resin, and I am going to put in just a drop, literally, nothing huge, of my Ranger alcohol ink and glacier. And I do have to apologize, actually 2 drops, for the lighting and whatnot. Somebody was telling me that my lighting could be better, but unfortunately, we're a very low budget production here. So it's just like it says in my description box. I buy everything. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any products or anything sent to me by any companies. I buy everything myself. So unfortunately, I can't really afford a better lighting kit right now. So I'm working on it. Maybe one day. That's why watch time and everything is so important for YouTubers. Because YouTube looks at the amount of watch time that channels have, and that's how you quote-unquote monetize. So watch the whole thing. You can always go down to the bottom right-hand corner, somewhere down there, and you'll see the little settings button. You can always put it in fast forward. It still counts for watch time, but yeah. But at any rate, I apologize for the lighting. I know it is a little harsh. I tried putting a little diffuser piece over the flash on my camera to try to diffuse the light a little bit, but you know, hey. So anyway, what I have here again is my resin with just a little bit of my glacier pigment. I have not started in all the way, so it is still a bit streaky. That is by design. I want it to be a little bit streaky, just to give, you know, a little bit of interest to the color itself. So basically I'm just going to go over and just pour this really thin little layer over our moss and our rocks and our fish, just to give it that next layer of dimension for our little fish pond. And now the fish down at the bottom, in the end of it, you'll be able to see them, but they're not going to be as pronounced, and that's by design again, because I wanted it to look like there's some fish floating around at the bottom, you know, swimming around at the bottom of the pool, and then we'll have some a little bit higher up, so it looks like they're closer to the surface and everything. So yeah. But so we've got that down, and I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of my alcohol, isopropyl, not the kind you drink. Don't drink isopropyl alcohol. But I suppose in a bind you could use like vodka, because it's high proof and basically just solid alcohol. I don't know how it would work. Maybe I'll test that theory one day. Who knows? All right, just give a little bit of a cleanup, and then we will let that settle, and we'll come back for our next layer. See you soon. Okie doke, so it's time for the next layer. I've got 1 ounce of my resin, and I'm going to be adding just a little bit of the Ranger alcohol ink in citrus, just to give it a little tiny difference in color. So let's do that. Stir, 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 mix, mix, mix. So would you guys want to see me make cooking videos? Because you know I used to be a chef. And sometimes, you know, I make stuff. And was thinking, well, maybe I should film it sometime. It's like today. I'm making pulled pork. So I thought maybe. And then for lunch, I made some shrimp and cream cheese and chive egg rolls from scratch. So let me know down in the comments, you know, if I should make cooking videos too, since I cook a lot. Yeah, just let me know what you think. Alrighty, next level of resin is going on. Let's pour it on. Woo! Let's pour it on. Alright. So we've got the green, 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 green. Excuse me, citrus. And I don't want to torch because some of my moss is still sticking out the top, so I am just going to go in with some isopropyl, and we are going to let that cure, and I will see you guys for the next level. I'm excited. I'm getting an Amazon delivery today for more little tiny miniature koi fish. So if they get here early enough, then I can put them in here and have a koi fish pond. Yay! So at any rate, see you guys soon. Right, got me fish. Fish, fish, fish. So just get these out of here, And you see just little miniature koi. See? Different colors and everything from Amazon. So, all right. I am going to put, this last layer is pretty much set, but it is still a little bit squishy. So I am going to put my little koi, my little friends, the koi friends, into, just going to kind of smoosh it down, smoosh them in there. All right, I think 2 will be fine. You know, they've got each other to keep company. And over here, I've just got 1 ounce of just clear resin. So that's what I'm going to put over the top. So let's go ahead and get that poured in. Make sure our little koi fish are covered. Cover your fish. And then if we need a little bit more, we can put a little bit more. But for now, I might decide to put another layer on it. You never know. Sort of a whim. Could be a whim, could be a decision. You never know. Sort of in fly by the seat of my pants mode. That's right. There are pants flying. Pants seats. All right. So there we go. There's some fish. Fishy, fishy. And we'll get some alcohol sprayed on there. One other thing that I do want to do. Here you go. You can supervise. I'm going to take some of my colored rainbow balls. I don't know how else to say it. And sprinkle some of those in there. Just another layer of coolness going in. Okay. Intentional bubbles. That's what I'm putting in, is intentional bubbles. All right, so now that we have our little fishy friends, some resin and some rainbow balls, we're going to go ahead and let that cure, and I will see you guys for the next step. Alrighty, it's time to demold our koi pond. So let's see what it looks like. Not in the green mold. Got a little bit of overspill that I can take off there. Look how cute it is. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Let's get a lighter background here so you can see it a little better. All our little fishy friends. If you look at it from the side, you can see the dimension of it, all the little bubbles and the seaweed moss. That looks super cute. I like it. So I hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you for the next one. Take care. Cheers.